Good morning, students, and welcome to our week number 13 for our course Competitiveness Model 8 for the 8th semester. Today, we continue learning about the culture in different countries, and we're going to learn today about the Arabic culture and traditions. In here, we have the goals for today. The main objective is to provide you tools to increase the possibilities of entering the labor and business market, and we're going to do that taking advantage of these opportunities for professional self-improvement. Now, how are we going to do that? Well, knowing all the culture and tradition about different type of cultures, like the Arabic culture that we're going to learn today. Remember that in Guatemala, there's a high percent of people from Arabia that live in our country. Okay, we have the quotes for today. The Arabic people is a very thankful people. That's why we have the first quote that says, "Giving thanks for abundance is greater than abundance itself." And the second one says, "Arabic is the language of the Quran, but Arab culture is not the culture of Islam." We're going to see how the Islam is related in the Arabic culture and what happened before and after the Islam culture getting to the Arab culture. And in here we have several ways to say thank you in Arabic, like shukran, tislam, mamond tak'ek, takik yahira, and yukahin kakab. This is a different type of dialects that the Arabic people has and means thank you. Okay, the Arabic culture and traditions, we need to talk about religion because this is the foundation of the Arab culture, the tradition, and also the customs, the way that they dress. You cannot separate Arab culture from religion. Speaking generally, the Islam has and continues to have an enormous influence in the Arab culture, customs, and traditions. Arab religions identified is the core of each individual, and there is no such thing as separation of religion and state. Life revolves around one's faith and its daily outworking. For example, the prayer multiple times a day, so they have a specific times in the day in where they pray, because that the Quran says, and they respect all that. That's why religion is the foundation of this culture. The Muslims are generally fatalistic, which means that everything is God willing. So the religion is something that is really, really important in the Arab culture. The centrality of family in Arab culture. Family is the base of any society, but for the Arab culture is the principal thing. First, they have the religion, and the second place, the family. Like many other cultures, family is extremely important in Arab culture. Unlike the more progressive Western world, Arabs make family and children their highest priority after religion. And traditional gender roles are protected and reverenced by most. The father is the head of the family and the final authority on all matters. Beyond the immediate family, Arabs tend to have large, extended families with many cousins and relatives, like the families in our country, either they have large family. Through the years, there are many occasions and events that involve large gathering where everyone is present. So they celebrate together, and remember that in the Arab culture, the centrality and the main principal thing for them is the family. We're going to talk a little bit about the Arab greetings and manners. This is so important to know. So because we don't want to offend somebody when we just say hello. It's quite normal for Arabs to get in close proximity with you when they're talking. So don't be surprised if an Arab, people from Arab get really, really close to you when they talk. It's something normal. But the main thing is that you have to never make physical contact with the opposite sex. In some countries, handshakes and distant hugs may be acceptable in certain contexts. But if you're a man, never make physical contact with a woman. And if you're a woman, never make physical contact with a man. This is unrespectful. Handshakes, including for extended periods, are normal and expected. Hugging and kiss on each cheek is common for friends and family. Also, holding hands with members of the same sex, including interlocking fingers, is normally in many Arab countries and has no sexual connotation. So it's okay if you go walking in the street, getting with the hands with your friends, people from the same sex. It's fine. They don't see anything wrong with that. One real important thing is that you don't have to point at any people with your fingers. It's unrespectful. When monitoring someone to come here, face your palm down toward the ground, not up, which is an offensive. So if you do that, like come here, it's an offense. Or just come here is an offense. So you just have to put your palm down forward to the ground, and this means come here. Don't stare at a woman. Well, please don't tell anything nice or something to a woman because it's an offense. You should never ask a man directly about his wife or sister. So never ask a man, how's your wife, how's your sister? Because this is something that is not seeing good, it's not a good manner. We want to talk about the values and traditions. Rather than affirming or refusing something, it is common to say, Inshallah. I'm going to repeat that word, Inshallah, that says God willing. So everybody is going to tell you this word, Inshallah, to say hello to you and give a good respectful about that. Arabs will typically go out their way to accommodate a request, no matter how difficult it is. It is quite common for Arabs to be late, even when a strict time is given, so don't be surprised at this. So, like in Guatemala, we always late when we just start any meeting. So, it's something that we have in common with the Arabic people, la hora chapina, we say that in Spanish. But the Arabs is something common that they come late. It doesn't matter, the strict time is given. Arabs are extremely social by nature. They are introversial or alone time. It is mostly foreign concept. It is common for a simple, quick errand to turn into a full day out socializing and visiting. So don't be surprised and be prepared to have your day with a lot of visitors. They just go to your house and they join all day with you. They eat and they share a lot with you. So don't be surprised if they just come to your house and visit you. We want to talk about the humiliation. This is the worst thing that can happen to an Arab person. Never do anything that may cause shame or embarrassment to another one. This is the worst thing that an Arab person can experience. And never ever take a holy book like the Quran or a Bible or other religious item into a bathroom or a toilet. This is unrespectful. So take care about all these traditions and values that they have that are so important when you visit Arabia. I'm going to talk about the Arab hospitality. Hospitality to visitors and strangers is a sacred duty in Arab culture. As a guest, you are under the protection of your host. If anyone gives you trouble, expect your host to defend you like family. So that is something nice that they have, because when you're a visitor or a tourist, they protect you and they defend you like a family. Always take your shoes off before entering a home. So never walk with shoes into a house. You should always bring a gift with you when you visit in a home, even if it's just a fruit or some sweets, but never turn up empty-handed. So always that you go to visit somebody, please bring something to this family. It's customary to be offered a lot of food, including second and third food, so accept it all. If you refuse to eat something, it's an offense, so please eat whatever they give it to you. You have to eat with your right hand. Remember that they don't use a spoon, forks, knife, they just eat with the hand, but you have to eat with the right hand. Never put feet on a table or point the soles of your feet in someone's direction. This is an offensive. Keep your hand visible and don't hide them in pockets or cover it in long sleeves. Don't do that. Expect a long meal and even long for talking. So if you are invited just to get a lunch or dinner, probably going to be 3 or 4 hours just eating and talking. So be prepared for that. We want to talk about the Arabic food. Well, traditionally, the meal consists of numerous dishes, all served together on the table, and ends with desserts and coffee. Remember that they have a good quality of the coffee. In Guatemala, we have some of the Arabic coffee, but this comes from Arabia. This tradition began around Saudi Arabian and Yemen, and then spread to the whole Arab region. So after each meal, they have always this delicious coffee. The most significant feature of Arabic cuisine is definitely the varied flavors and fragrances, both the spices and flower scents like turmeric, cumin, coriander, ginger, and cinnamon. Those are extensively used in many dishes, so all the food is really spicy and hot, but it's delicious. Fresh and preserved seafood is consumed through all the Arab region. The meat and offal, camel, sheep, lamb, goat, cattle, chicken, and also rabbit. So they eat all these different types of meat. Have a special place in North Africa and the Arabic cuisine, the rabbit, which uses cooking techniques such as stewing, baking, tandoor, and tajin. But the most common cooking method is roasting. So you can see all the type of meats that they eat: camel, sheep, lamb, goat, cattle, chicken, and rabbit. Here we have something really important is the dances for the Arabic people. They make a lot of different type of dances. That is part of the culture. We have the dance of Shamadan, the dance of Balad in Egypt. Salman, when the president from the United States, Donald Trump, visit the Arabic Union, they dance. He has to dance. So if you go there and they invite you to dance, you have to dance because it's an offense if you don't accept to dance with them. Also, the belly dancing is part of the Arabic culture. The rakchar in the Cairo, for example, the dancer of outlet nail, and also the hagalia dancing. So they have different type of dancing, different type of clothes that they wear when they dance and celebrate. Okay, we have the questions to study for this week. Question number 1, what is the most important religion in the Arabic culture? Well, you have to tell me what is extremely important in the Arabic culture. Remember that we talked about that part. The third one, what is the meaning of Inshallah? Remember that we say that part that you need to greet the people with this greeting, Inshallah. 4, what is the worst thing another person can experience? And the last one, an Arabic meal consists of? So please answer this question and be prepared for your final test. Thank you so much for your attention.